The groom's mother accused me of faking my blindness to ruin her son's wedding. I've been blind since I was 14 when a drunk driver crashed into our car and glass went everywhere, including my eyes. So when my best friend Brad from middle school invited me to his wedding, I was actually excited to go because he's one of the only people who never treated me differently after the accident. He even made sure I got an aisle seat where my guide dog Maple could lay down without being in anyone's way. Everything was going great until I realized his mom Evelyn was sitting right behind me. The smell of her perfume was so strong it gave me an instant headache. During the ceremony, I did what I always do and turned my face toward whoever was talking because that's just being polite when you can't see. She's looking right at them, Evelyn whispered to someone next to her. She can obviously see everything. My friend squeezed my hand because she heard it too. That girl is probably just here to get attention with that fake dog. Evelyn kept going, loud enough for half the church to hear. I tried to ignore her and focus on Brad's vows, but I could feel her staring at the back of my head the entire time. At the reception, Maple walked me to our table near the wedding party. Evelyn walked by and stopped. That dog shouldn't be near the food because it's filthy. I ignored her because I didn't want to start anything at Brad's wedding. My friend whispered, "She's still staring at you," while Evelyn circled our table. She dropped her napkin next to me, then gasped when I didn't pick it up. "How rude," she announced. She saw me drop it. Then she started moving stuff around the table. She moved the salt shaker, then my drink, then the centerpiece. "Mom, what are you doing?" Brad called out. "Just making sure everyone's comfortable," she said in this fake voice. During dinner, she stood behind me. "That dog smells like a wet dumpster," she said loudly. "Why would anyone bring a dirty animal to a wedding?" Brad's grandmother asked about my dog. "Can I pet her?" "I'm sorry, but you can't pet service dogs when they're working," I explained. Evelyn laughed. "Working dogs are for people who actually need them, not for girls who want attention." She leaned close and I smelled wine on her breath. "I know what you're doing and it's pathetic." During the father-daughter dance, Evelyn dropped a glass right behind me. When I jumped away from the sound, she said, "It's interesting how you knew where that was." People were whispering and staring. "You're making everyone uncomfortable," Brad's cousin said. "I'm just saying what everyone's thinking," Evelyn shot back. Brad came over. "Mom, stop this right now." "Why?" "She is clearly faking," she said, pointing at me. "She's playing you idiots and I'll prove it." Evelyn waited until the best man's speech to attack. Brad's brother was at the microphone telling a story when Evelyn marched over. "This girl is faking being blind for attention," she announced to the whole room. The room went silent and microphone feedback screeched. She grabbed my sunglasses off my face and started shining her phone flashlight right in my eyes. "See how she's squinting? That means she can see." People were gasping. Evelyn grabbed Maple's harness and tried to yank her away from me. "This dog is being used as a prop for her sick aim." That's when Brad's voice boomed across the reception hall. "Get your hands off her service dog right now." Evelyn spun around to face her son. "I'm just trying to protect you from this liar." The entire room was staring as Brad walked toward us. "Mom, she's been blind since she was 14 years old. I was there the day she came back to school after the accident with bandages on her eyes. I can't believe you just assaulted one of my closest friends at my wedding." Evelyn's face went white. "I didn't know you actually knew her that well," she stammered. Brad was shaking with rage. "Maybe if you'd listened to literally anyone instead of harassing a blind woman, you would have known." Brad looked at his mom with complete disgust. "You need to leave right now." The bride stood by his side. "We'll mail you some photos if we decide you deserve them." Evelyn tried explaining she thought I was a wedding crasher. "Even if she was, that's assault," Brad told her. The wedding coordinator showed up with Evelyn's coat and walked her out while everyone watched. Brad came over to hug me and said, "I'm so sorry about my mother. That was absolutely insane." The bride brought me a slice of cake. Now I get why Brad never wants to visit his mom.